In today's video, we'll take a look at the CrowView Note by Elecrow. While it might look like a laptop, it doesn't have a computer inside. Instead, you connect devices that you already own up to it, such as your cell phone, a Steam Deck, ROG Ally, or just about any other device, turning the connected device into a laptop. I'm John, and welcome to Wagner's Tech Talk. I would like to thank Elecrow for sending over their CrowView Note for us to check out here on the channel. Elecrow mentioned this device to me several months ago, and I've been looking forward to checking it out ever since. This one device can be used to turn your cell phone, a Raspberry Pi, Steam Deck, Jetson Nano, ROG Ally, or other devices into a laptop form factor. That is, you plug something else into it, and then you have a keyboard, a trackpad, a 1080p or HD display. Now, keep in mind, it's not a computer, but rather an extension for devices that you already own. At the time of making this video, there was a Kickstarter campaign, and it's been fully funded. After the Kickstarter, the retail price will be $169. So if you're interested in what you're about to see, you can save a little bit of money. But let's start with some of the specifications. The display is a 1920 by 1080 HD 14-inch IPS panel. There is an integrated keyboard and touchpad, a 5000 mAh battery, stereo speakers, 5V 5A power delivery output. There is a Type-C, mini HDMI, and two USB-A ports, as well as a 3.5mm headphone jack. Inside the box, you'll find a user's manual that provides an overview of the interface, shortcuts, how to connect other devices, and adjusting the display settings. I'll set the CrowView Note aside for now, but I'm really impressed with how light it is. It's only about 2 pounds 10 ounces. Inside the box, you get a 12-volt 4-amp power supply. This board is typically extra, but Elecrow was kind enough to include it. This will allow direct connecting a Raspberry Pi to the CrowView Note and a USB adapter board for the Pi. We'll check it out in a few minutes. This board is for a Jetson Nano, which is a type of device that I don't currently own. If you think I should pick one up, drop me a comment below. On the bottom is a label with some additional info. And on the right side, you have a USB-C port, headphone jack, USB-A port, and power input. On the left side is another USB-A, mini HDMI, and a USB-C port with power delivery. The keyboard is mostly a standard layout, but it has dedicated buttons on the right-hand side for page up and down, home, and in keys. Overall, the keyboard and trackpad have worked well in my testing. Here's a close-up of the components included for the Jetson Nano adapter board, if you'll be using one of those. There are some standoffs, a power adapter, and the board itself. Let's try it out with a Raspberry Pi. We'll take the adapter board, which has all the ports for the Pi, as well as the ports for the CrowView Note. I'll use a Pi 5 and slide it into the ports. This also works with a Pi 4. For any other Pis, you'll need individual cables and adapters to make the connections. There is an on-off switch on the board, and I'd recommend leaving it off until we're ready to go. Next, we'll connect the USB adapter board. The bottom of the adapter is plexiglass and is very sturdy, but you'll want to be careful not to hang this board off the side without some kind of support, or you'll stress the connectors going into the CrowView Note. Plug the Pi into the device, flip the power switch on, and Raspberry Pi OS desktop will start up. If you need some assistance setting up your Pi 5, I'll link to a video above to help with that. The keyboard on the CrowView Note feels very good. I didn't have any problems typing on this keyboard, and the keys are exactly where I expected them to be. I wanted to check out its multimedia capabilities, so I installed Audacity and made a quick recording. Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing. The audio was very low, indicating that the mic inside the CrowView Note wasn't able to pick up my voice very well. If you plan to use a mic, you may want to look at a USB-based mic instead. When it comes to the speakers, they're okay, but not great. Calculate game flipper latency on the AtGames Legends 4K-P using a high-speed camera and a video editor, as well as demonstrate an internal measurement. They have a tinny sound to them, but you always have the option to connect headphones or external speakers through the 3.5mm headphone jack. The CrowView Note has keys for adjusting the volume, various display adjustments, including the ability to change the aspect ratio from widescreen to 4:3 for all your retro games. Options for switching between HDMI to USB-C display inputs, and a battery indicator for the CrowView Note itself. You can use the CrowView Note with a device you likely already have nearby, your cell phone. That's right, you can turn your cell phone into a laptop. This is perhaps my wife's favorite use for this machine. I prefer to use a mouse with any computer, so I'll go ahead and plug one in. Then plug in the USB-C 3.2 cable. One doesn't ship with the CrowView Note, and some I tried didn't work, so I'll place a link down below for the exact one I'm using here. Then connect the other end to your cell phone. It's literally that easy. You'll then see the phone screen on the CrowView Note. But if your phone is made by Samsung and has Samsung DeX, it gets much more interesting. Start up DeX, and there you have it. A full desktop experience using your phone. You can do all the things you'd expect, such as browsing the internet in full screen mode. If you want the audio to play through the CrowView Note, just click the speaker icon in the lower right and set the output. Then load up a game, such as Zen Studios Pinball, and play it in HD. All your apps are available to you. If you need to do some work, you can load up an Office application and type away. But don't leave just yet. There's much more to show you. If you have a Steam Deck, you can connect it over USB-C to the CrowView Note, plug in a game controller, and enjoy gaming on a much larger screen. Here we're looking at the new Zen Studios release of the Princess Bride Pinball. Pressing the Steam button and selecting Switch to Desktop will allow you to extend the desktop to 2 screens. You can use one for browsing the internet. The trackpad works just fine across both displays. And again, you can use the machine just like we did from the phone and load up a spreadsheet for productivity, software development, or literally whatever you want. Have an ROG Ally? Well, you can turn it into a full-blown laptop as well, again with 2 displays. The ROG Ally is running Windows 11, and you can do all the things with this device that you can with any other Windows laptop, desktop PC, or a mini PC. For this last demonstration, I had a Fire TV stick I needed to set up, so I figured trying it with the CrowView Note was a good way to do that. Plug in the power cable. The Fire TV stick uses a full HDMI, so you'll need an HDMI to mini HDMI adapter like this one. Connect the USB-A power cable into an available port, then the mini HDMI adapter and Fire TV stick, and we're on our way. This is just another interesting way that you can use the CrowView Note, perhaps on a long trip, or just a more portable way of taking your movies with you wherever you go. I hope you enjoyed this look at the CrowView Note. It's a very versatile device that I know I'll be putting to good use on a number of upcoming projects. I do wish the speakers were a little bit better, but overall it's well worth what Elecrow is asking, especially if you pick it up during the crowdfunding campaign. What do you think of the CrowView Note? Are you going to get one? If so, how do you intend to use it? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button. And if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, well, don't forget to subscribe. And with that, I look forward to talking with you again very soon.